Today on The Buzz with Bernadette, I'm chatting to one of the brightest voices to come out of Western Australia. You know her from Australian Idol, where she absolutely wowed the judges and the entire country with that powerhouse voice. She's now gearing up to release a brand new single and perform live at Telethon Perth, continuing to prove she's not just an Idol contestant. She's an artist with serious staying power. Now let's welcome Gisella Colletti. Well, welcome, Gisella.
Hi.
Welcome to The Buzz with Bernadette. I'm so excited to have you on today.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my God, it's fantastic. And we're in pink surroundings. You've dressed appropriately.
I know you love pink. I love pink too. It's my favourite colour.
It's fantastic. And it's like we're both dressed for spring today, which is really beautiful.
Spring is my favourite. Time
of the year.
Summer. Yeah, I do not thrive in winter.
No, I'm over the cold weather, but the only thing I don't like about spring is the allergies.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not good. Now, let's reminisce back to, I remember you, the first time I ever saw you sing was at the Hyde Park Festival here in Perth. And it was a singing competition, and I was like, oh my God, you have got the best voice that I've ever heard. And I know we've got very similar taste in music, but we'll get onto that later. And I was lucky enough to be one of the judges that day for that competition. And yes, I very much put my very strong opinions forth that you had to win.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Bernadette.
Thank you so much. And since then, I've just seen you thrive. And then so when I saw you actually on Australian Idol, I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. And you had so many Perth supporters. So tell me what your journey's been like, from your times, how did you get started? How did you feel entering the smaller competitions to where you've come now?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always enjoyed singing. I've sort of worked myself up to, the next big thing, and I guess I've always enjoyed singing. I started really young. I had been singing since I was 5, but I only started lessons when I was 7 years old, and then I kind of just knew that it was the path that I wanted to take, and I just knew that it was something that I loved with all my heart, and I got into competitions because I knew that I had this fear of being in front of people, and I wanted to get over that anxiety, so I pushed myself. Mum didn't have to tell me you should go into this. It was all me.
Yeah.
And I knew that if I wanted to get to a certain level that I had to do those things and to get over my fears. I mean, I still get nervous, but it's not as severe. It doesn't affect me as much as it did before. I think it's one of those things if you have that fear before you go on stage, then if you use it the right way, it can boost you a little bit, because if you're not scared, then maybe you don't. It's almost like you don't care enough, so it's good to have that little bit of fear. Yeah, and nerves can be a good thing as well, because even I remember when I was doing Idol, Marcia Hines said to me, I said, how do you not get nervous? I remember we were doing a rehearsal for something, and she was there, and I was like, how do you not get nervous? And she's like, oh, honey, I do get nervous. I do. Everybody gets nervous. It's so normal. And when I heard her say that, I was like, oh, well, okay, she's right. It's not just me.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that celebrities and stars just don't get nervous anymore because they've been doing it for so long, and that's why I wanted to push myself to be at that level so I didn't get nervous anymore.
I think that's what we all think. I think we just think, once you've been on stage, and you're famous, or if you're like Mariah Carey, you're never going to get nervous anymore. But it's
I'm sure
not.
they do.
Yeah, that's right. So you were always singing around the house, is that correct?
Yeah.
And your siblings are like, did they love it or they hated it?
Mixed feelings. I remember I used to, when people used to come over, I was nervous. I wouldn't sing in front of crowds yet when I was little.
Yeah.
you know, like
Did you
people
put on shows for the family?
I did, but it would only have to be like the people that I wanted to be, and then I would shut the door and I'd go, I'm going to put on a performance for you, and then I would sing, and it would be like an Ariana Grande CD, like specifically like Break Free. Because I knew all the words. Break Free, Inescapable by Jessica Mauboy. I was obsessed with her.
Oh, you didn't start with easy songs.
Edge of Glory. That was the music at my time.
Edge of Glory. Wow. Yeah.
I used to love that.
Yeah.
And the DJ got us falling in love.
Oh.
My brother and I used to like dance to that when we were really little. And sing together, like just
Does
for
he
fun.
have a good voice as well?
I mean, obviously he doesn't have lessons.
He's not trained.
He's not trained like me, but I think he does have a relatively good.
Yeah.
He has good pitch. Like he has good pitch.
Yeah, which is good. It's good. Good to have a good ear.
Yeah, he definitely has a good ear.
And who were your musical influences? Like I said before, like we've got really similar taste in some music. So, and has your mum been an influence in like a lot of the music that you like?
Definitely. I pretty much took all of their CDs. I have Gunkles, which is Gunkles. I don't know if you know what a Gunkle
no,
is.
you're gonna have to tell me.
My gay uncles.
Oh yeah, Gunkles. Oh yeah, Gunkles. I was thinking, is this a new artist? No. I know Gunkles. Yeah,
Gunkles. I
think I've got a few friends who are Gunkles.
I have 2 Gunkles, and they. Well, actually, let's start from the start. So the start was Mum. She obviously, you know, it became a thing where you could. Mum just didn't use CDs anymore. So when I was quite little, I had a stereo that somebody gifted to me. Yeah. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then I started asking my mum for different CDs and I just, collected them all. I had a whole box and I still have the collection today. It's like, it's a huge collection. Yeah. And I remember I actually... I did dance before I was in singing.
Oh, that's so good.
One of the CDs that my mum gave me was the song that we were doing at the time in dance. Yeah. And I remember singing, it was a Whitney Houston, All I Want to Dance. I Want to Dance with
Of course,
with
I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah. And that was like the moment when I knew that I just needed to be a singer. Yeah. I remember like... in that dance class, just singing while I was dancing, and everyone was like,
singing just a bit better than dancing.
Yeah, and then everyone was like, Gisella, you can't be singing like this is a dance class, and they're like, you sing while you dance, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So how old were you then?
Probably 4 or 5, and then I was like, dance is not for me. Yeah. And then I was so excited, and I started my first singing lessons when I was in year 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And going back to the CDs.
Yeah, going back to the CDs.
I'm tracking the story everywhere.
Gay uncles have great taste in music.
Oh, my gosh. So, yes, Mum introduced me to most of the divas. And then... Yeah, so it was...
and then where did the Olivia songs come in?
Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, Olivia Newton-John.
That came when I first watched Grease when I was little.
So good.
Yeah. So my uncles have like a huge collection of Mariah Carey, Whitney, all of the divas, like CDs.
And I guess they've all come back around anyway. So and through TikTok, we just see Hopelessly Devoted, like everyone was covering that.
Yes.
And then, everyone's listening to My All by Mariah Carey again and all those sort of songs. So
I just thought I was cool because I knew what my parents, I liked
that deeper understanding of
my parents. Whatever my parents listened to, I was like, that's really cool. Yeah. And I'm just really glad that I was introduced to that sort of music.
Yeah, it's really good.
The singers that I've sort of taken influence from since I was first started was Whitney, Mariah, Ariana Grande I was obsessed with her.
Yeah.
If you talk to anybody from my primary school, we're obsessed.
Yeah, well, she is obsessed a super with her. Talent.
And then Tina Arena, I was introduced to her music as well.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love her, and I just see... I don't know. There's this
she's
similarity.
One of my favourite singers in Australia and the world, really.
Yes.
And then when I heard you cover some of her songs, I was like, even the fact that you could do them and reach all the notes and do them so well. I was like, yeah, this girl's got something. And then the fact that you had the opportunity to sing with Tina.
Oh, my goodness.
Would have just been mind-blowing.
It was just such a full circle moment because I remember I was friends with you on Instagram at the time where Tina came. She came.
She had come to Perth. It was not the last time, the time before. And I can't remember when that was, and we had said to each other, because we met through the festival, that I'd said to you, look, I'm going to try and get some tickets. I'm going to try and get you backstage.
Yeah, and then remember the time before that you went to the concert, and I remember you live streamed it for me because I couldn't go. It was 18 plus.
Oh, that's right. You couldn't go.
I couldn't go.
And live streaming is such bad quality, so I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Oh my God, I was like enjoying it. Like I was sitting like, I turned the TV off. Mum was like there with the phone, and she was like, "Listen, Bernadette's like live streaming for you." I was like, "Yes,
so good." And then to think that you would fast forward to coming like all the way to singing with her on a show.
I got to see her the time after that, and then I got to perform with her, which is crazy.
It's meant to be, and like I feel like she's someone that could be such a good mentor for you. And even hearing the way she spoke to you after you got to perform with her on stage in Perth, it was almost like she's got your back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know what it's like. I grew up in the industry. And she would give you great advice.
She's extremely
protective.
She almost the way that she sort of spoke about it was like she knows the industry, and obviously she probably has had some experiences. And it was the 80s, of course. And she was quite young when she started, so she did give me a lot of advice. And I remember the first time I met her. She was just, I said to her, I manifested this, right? I manifested meeting you. And she was like, well, thank God you manifested it. She's like, I'm so glad you manifested it because I'm really excited. I've been, like, she said, I've watched your performances, and she said, like, she was really nice.
So true. Now, let's talk about manifestation because, like, some people believe in it, some people don't believe it. I'm a big believer in manifestation, and even just speaking it out loud, imagining it, writing it down, whatever you have to do. So you do sort of use manifestation?
I sort of do.
It's got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like the idea has to start somewhere.
I forgot what I was going to say about manifestation. I do, and I also pray as well. I'm not like a top in religious, but I do believe. I have this connection with my mom's dad, my nonno, and I knew that he kind of was there the entire process of Idol. Every time I perform, I'm like pray to him and say, please help me do well. And it started from when I first did he passed away a few weeks before I was going to do my comps, my first over competitions, and I was like, I'm going to do this for you.
Wow.
And I prayed to him, and I won all my competitions. It was my first time competing.
That is amazing. Well, even the fact that you open up, the lines of, asking for guidance and help is, I think, just something that's really big and really positive. And, helps you remain focused to where you're going. And it's such a lovely thing to do. And I know we might not be overly religious people, but it doesn't mean we can't pray, ask for help and guidance, and in some way that's kind of
I definitely believe that there is something there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's actually so beautiful. So let's go. Now, is there any songs that you've ever found a little bit intimidating? I can't imagine you would. But is there anything that, you've sort of thought, I'm working on that song and it's a little bit tricky, but I'm going to perfect it one day?
Oh, my God. There's always been... Okay, well, I've always had situations like that. It's become a lot easier now that I have proper technique and training with my vocal teacher, Danielle. Before, I remember it was all, like, at the time that... I think it was before you met me, I would always teach myself. I mean, I had lessons at the time, but I would always sort of teach myself because at the time, I guess the person that was helping me with that couldn't really give me what I needed.
Further.
Couldn't really give me what I needed to make me go further, I guess.
That's right.
So I would always try and you know, figure out songs by practicing. I was big on practicing.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten more experienced and I've had more training with Danielle, I've found, I always thought that if you couldn't sing something, you couldn't sing it.
Yeah.
Which is it's such a lie.
It's good to know. So it's like, is it like a muscle, like if you keep working on it?
Well, the thing is, it's with singing, it's with technique. There's certain ways that you can reach notes by what's it called?
Like,
technique.
Technique, breathing, everything goes hand in hand.
Well, there's certain ways, like with I'm gonna say defying gravity as an example.
Like wow.
As an example, Idina Menzel, the way that she sings Defying Gravity, as amazing as she is, when she would sing on Broadway, she would only belt the song. So she would just go full chest belt. And a lot of the times when you go full chest belt, it's very, very in the musical theatre world that people use belt. But not always the right way to approach a note. Yeah. But when you look at Cynthia Erivo, the way that she sings and the way that she does that note, she uses a mixed belt, which is a mix between head and chest belt.
Oh, wow, there's so much technicality.
It's very
technical things to learn.
If you can't, obviously, I'm not.
And that's why I think as we grow and learn and develop, like, you know, you obviously had somebody before helping you, but then you get to a different stage, different level, and then you have to grow and pivot and go to somebody else.
You start to learn how your voice works and the different ways that you can approach things.
Yeah. And I know for boys, obviously, maturity, you know, is something. Is that the same for girls? Like, you know, do our voices change?
Yeah, well,
to a point.
Yes, girls' voices do change. It's not as significant as boys because I'm pretty, like, I mean, obviously I'm not as technical as my teacher is, but I know that they go down a whole octave. Yeah, right. So young boys start. They kind of had the same voices as girls do.
It's the Italian thing, you know, talking.
And then as they obviously mature and get older, then their voice starts to drop. Yeah. And that's. And then you also boys have to learn how their voice works again. So it's quite. I mean, it's not hard unless you have a good teacher that'll help you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all important. It's always about the teacher.
And did you have any like people that doubted your dream when you know, it's hard sometimes to stay focused and you know what you want. You know, and it happens honestly to all of us in every industry, no matter what it is. Yeah. Like, you know, I can even speak personally, like, you know, modelling. Yes. You know, it's like I've said I'm going to model until I'm 99. Somebody needs to model until they're 99. Why couldn't it be me?
Exactly.
So, you know, that first time you put out there, I'm going to be a singer, it's like, sure, you know, sometimes you have people that are like, really?
Yeah. Well,
and how do you stay positive and how do you stay strong in moments like that?
For a long time, it was all about hiding for me because I didn't think that people would accept that I did singing. It wasn't the social norm. I mean, when I was little, all I wanted to do was sing, and everybody knew me for that. And I remember trying to put on a concert for my whole class and it didn't go very well. I used to bring all my CDs to school, pop it in like a little music box, and I used to play it for like everybody all the years around my class. And I actually would get people dancing with me. It was really fun. But the particular people in my year, I couldn't really connect with them because they didn't share the same interest with me, so they didn't really get me, and that was quite hard because I didn't have anybody else that I could relate to, and that was quite difficult because I couldn't share what I loved, my joy with anybody else.
But then cut to you being on a show.
Yeah, and then
and honestly, you looked like you had so much support, which was lovely.
I started to work on myself, and I started to get more confident, and started to meet people in an industry that do love and accept me for what I do, and obviously it went to me where I am now. And,
and sometimes the more confidence you have in yourself, then people start seeing you as that person that you want to be seen as, because it's very difficult in the beginning because, you're still a bit like shaky or, and probably not confident because you haven't proved it to yourself yet. But once you do. It was all
about proving. I've always had to prove that I was good enough to be where I am anywhere. I've always had to do things the hard way. I've always had to work towards people accepting me. Yeah, well, maybe this girl does have something. It's always been like that my whole life.
The best way
I think
to
it is
be.
the best way to learn,
way.
though. If you keep getting things handed to you, then you don't really learn anything.
That's right.
And I'm just glad that it did happen that way, because it has really motivated me to do more and be my authentic self and keep pushing at what I love.
Yeah, exactly. And you have a better appreciation when you start at the bottom or you have to work harder. You know all the skills and you learn
that's
all the skills.
That's how our parents did it.
Yeah, that's right.
So
I know, because a lot of the kids these days, they want to just get in at the top level. And
it doesn't work like that. You have to work.
But when you get in like that, you can also easily be replaced as well, which is a bit scary.
Yeah.
So take me back to your Australian Idol audition, choosing the song and the nerves.
Yeah.
How you coped with that.
Well, I kind of, choosing the song that I wanted to audition with, I just knew that I wanted to do something that was powerful.
Yes.
And I just loved Jennifer Hudson at the time. Loved her, and I loved Dreamgirls. And I was just like, I love this song and I think it'll show everything that I've got. And I know that I had a feeling that Marcia might like it as well, because it's just got a lot of sass in it, and I felt like that was going to be the only way that I could stay focused, is if I can sort of put on a show for people.
Yeah.
And when she came to my house, it wasn't staged. I had no freaking clue.
Really?
No clue. None of us.
I didn't know. I was like, is it?
No. Okay, I'll tell you what happened.
Please.
So basically, they were filming at my house because they were filming for my backstory. So backstory is like this, the stuff where they introduce you, and then they gave me, it was like a home visit. So, so they came to my house. They did filming of all the, my house, because I've got a property. Yeah. And we've got sheep, we've got animals and everything, gorgeous. A veggie garden. So they wanted to know about what it's like to live on a property and stuff like that. And
right.
Yeah.
And okay. Yeah. So you just thought they're coming to do a
backstory. Yeah.
Okay.
And a schoolgirl and coming home from school, and anyway,
this is
anyway,
good.
I was this is a good part. So it was a long day. It was like 3 hours they were filming at our house, just filming me talking, me petting animals, everything like that. And we got towards the end when they were not about to pack up, but they were getting the end to like the last scene that they were filming, which was my mum and I and my dad. Sorry, my dad and my mum and I in the kitchen, and everybody else was like. My nonna was at her house because my nonna, we live with my nonna and nonna. They live on like other side. Yeah. It's kind of like an extension to our house. My brother was in the gaming room. I don't know where my sister was, to be honest. I think she was with my nonna. Yeah. Because my dog had rolled in sheep poo. Oh. So she was washing him while they were filming. He had gone into the paddock because they were filming the sheep and like rolled in there.
Yeah, so that's what you want to happen when you got the cameras there. It's great.
We were like, geez, do you know?
You're like, oh God.
Anyway, it kept them distracted. We were in the kitchen filming this scene in there, and we hear it was it was windy, but then it was also quiet because we were filming the scene.
Yeah.
And then we hear this bang outside, and because we were still building the extension to my nono's house, we were like, is that something from the building that has like fallen down? We were like, we have to, my dad was like, I think I better go and check on whatever's outside. I think something's fallen. They're like, no, please, no, we'll go check on it. We just had to get the scene really quick because we haven't got much time. They were just making excuses.
And you're just like,
my dad's like, oh, okay, it's my house, but okay. Yeah, sure.
We'll go with it.
And then, yeah, it was just really strange. And they were like telling me to look forward, looking at my dad. And then my front door opens.
Oh my God.
Marcia walks in, she's like, hello, Gisella. And then this cameraman comes in.
Hello, Gisella.
I just remember, and I turned, I was sitting on my seat, and I remember,
oh my God.
What?
Like, iconic Marcia Hines is here.
And then this camera crew comes from the side, comes following Marcia, and
were you just like, like
I bursted out crying.
Oh my God,
I bursted out crying. It was it was just, my dad started crying. She's like, Marcia's here. My dad's a crybaby. I love him. She is just like an angel. I love her so much.
Yeah.
And she was just like, hello, Gisella. It was so funny. And then they had to film the scene again.
Oh.
So they filmed it again of her walking in because they have to have like 2 shots.
Oh, from behind and the
or
other
they just
way.
have to have 2 shots in case for editing purposes.
Okay,
so I was like, we just have this amazing moment. Now be an actress. I didn't think. Technically, I kind of signed up for it because it's a TV show, but
that's right.
Yeah, but that was definitely not staged.
Wow.
And then she was just basically like, so you're going to be doing your audition tonight. So, and I was like, tonight? Are you kidding?
So what do? Do you quickly grab some hot water and honey and lemon?
I was so dehydrated that day.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised I even made it through my audition. I was sitting backstage just lying like half dead. My dad's like, you need like a Hydrolite or something. I'm like, well, it's too late for a Hydrolite now. I'm about to go on stage. But anyway, we were at home and they had left. They were like, yeah, that loud bang was Marcia's car. It was her car.
What?
So it was her like limo or something. And the door had slammed. And that's what the noise was.
Gosh.
And she
should have been a Hummer or something.
yeah. And she was like, I don't know if you saw on that episode, she was with the sheep, and that's what they were doing in between before they were like, okay, you got to go inside now. And yeah, so she basically told me like, you've got to do your audition tonight at my concert. I'm like, oh my God, this is cool, but I'm also freaked out because like this is really on the spot. And I had a dress. And I was like, okay, I had to chuck this dress on. I had to like quickly fix my hair. My makeup was all off because it was a hot day. I just get in the car.
And off you go.
Yeah. And then an hour, I had like 1 hour to get ready. Just straight in the car to the Crown.
Do you prefer that? Because like with nerves and that, would you prefer like a quick, we're performing now, and then you don't have time to get nervous? So that works for me.
I think I like to be prepared to be honest, because if somebody said like, oh, Gisella, like you should sing this, I don't know, AC/DC song and it'll be tomorrow, I'd be like, I don't know if I can do that.
You want to prepare for that one.
Yeah. Wow. So that's how it happened.
You know how many great stories you've already got to tell one day your children and your grandchildren.
Oh my God,
you've
I
already
never thought about that.
Amazing stories to tell.
Yeah, and my dad was like, oh my God, thank you, Marcia, and after we were sitting down, it was like we've got 3 chairs, and I was sitting on the middle one, and she sat right next to me, and that was she ate a strawberry, she had a cannoli, we had food, because we had food for the crew. We were like, they're at our house, we're going to feed them, of course. That's
beautiful
an Italian
family.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
And she sat down on the chair, and that chair, nobody has sat on it since. We've got a picture of her. I don't know if you saw it. It was like one of the grand final episodes with that. We actually told Marcia we've got a chair with her face on it.
God,
it's the chair that she sat on.
I love this.
Yeah.
And that will go into a museum one day, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
Your home museum.
My home museum. Nobody has ever sat on it since. I was like, nobody's sitting on that chair. That's Marcia's chair.
Amazing.
It's got her
my
DNA
God.
on
And
it.
cover it in Glad wrap as well, just in case.
Yeah. And then there was like a strawberry. She had ate a strawberry and put it on the bench. And there was like
Put it in.
I was like, oh my God, there's like the still marks of strawberry from when she's putting it down. I was like, wow, I was fangirling.
If only we could save that, but we couldn't.
I couldn't, no. I was
it
like,
would go mouldy.
Yeah, it was really sad.
No,
But she loved the cannolis.
That's so good. Who wouldn't? Who helped keep you grounded during the whole process?
Yeah, well, I think so many people contributed to that because fortunately I have a really supportive group of people around me. I mean, obviously I have to mention mum and dad. Mm-hmm. They definitely kept me grounded. And then I also had, while they weren't there because they would be in the audience or, you know, they just weren't allowed to be there for filming and stuff like that. I had the makeup artists and my hairstylist. I had Alfie and Craig. So Alfie did all my makeup on the show.
Gorgeous.
Craig did my hair. Like, I've never had better. I mean, sorry, Mum. I know that you do really good makeup, but Craig and Alfie were just like the dream team.
Wow. And you still keep in touch?
I still try to keep in touch. Yes.
Yeah.
But they're quite busy. I mean, they're filming makeup for TV shows.
Yeah.
I also, you know how I said I have gunkles?
Yeah.
They're also my adopted gunkles.
Yes.
I have about 6 adopted gunkles.
Wow, that is so good. The
And
more the better.
Yes, I remember when I got out, well, it was top 3, and I knew that I was going to be out anyway. I just had sensed it. And it was fine. I was like, at least I don't have to do this. I was happy at where I was. And I was just happy to be in top 3. It was just such a joy to be there. And I just remember when you get out, you have to go to the psych straight away because they got to check up, make sure you're okay and stuff like that. And they were like,
good.
That's
good.
Yeah, one of the producers said to Mum, do you want to, if they have to, if Gisella gets out, do you want to be there in the room to make sure she's okay? Mum's like, nah, just send Craig and Alfie in there, she'll be fine.
That's right. Because I think, your makeup artist, your hair person, it always ends up being your side.
Yeah, and then they came into the room after like, Giselle, you did so well. And I was like, oh my God.
That is amazing.
Oh,
that is so lovely.
They definitely kept me grounded because while I was doing my hair and makeup.
It's quite a whirlwind, a show like that.
While I was doing my hair and makeup in the chair, I would be sitting there and I'd be like, I'm stressed about this. What if I get out? Alfie would be like, you won't get out, Gisella. Yeah. It was just you won't get out.
Just that reassurance. And, sometimes we just need
Don't stress
a
about
soundboard.
it.
Just
he'd be like, Gisella?
No,
you're not doing this right now.
Don't talk like that.
Don't talk like that. No. And then Craig would be like, I voted for you, sis. I voted for you.
And how did the how did the Tina Arena duet come about on the show?
Oh my God. That's another
mega.
thing. So if you remember, I said that I manifested it.
Yeah.
The entire show, the entire process, I was going through, I was like, I want to meet Tina Arena. I was telling them, I was giving them hints. I was like, there was a photo of Tina, she had done a performance at the Coliseum, which is where we did it. Sydney Coliseum. And I was like, I love Tina Arena. And then I took a photo of it and while they were watching me and I was like, trying to make it, I was trying to give them a sense that I wanted to meet Tina Arena. I was begging for her. I was like, every time I was like, I love Tina. And I do love her so much.
Her.
And I just, so there was this one point where a celebrity picks your song. It was, I had Katy Perry. So Katy Perry had picked Firework for me. That was the week that I did Firework. And I honestly, in my mind, I honestly thought that it was Tina Arena who picked the song. Because Tina had performed with Katy at the AFL Grand Final.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, there's no way it's going to be Katy Perry because she's she's an American star. And I was just like, I really hope it's Tina Arena. Yeah. I really hope it's Tina. Yeah. I was telling the producers, the music producers,
we're turning down an American star for
Tina Arena. I was like, I don't really want Katy. I mean, obviously, I love Katy, but I was like, I love Tina. She's just close to home, And then when I found out it wasn't her, I was like, oh, that's really sad. I was really betting on that.
Yeah.
And then it was Katy Perry, and I was like, I love Katy Perry too.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really wanted Tina.
I
And then
know.
we got further. I still tried to give them hints here and then that I wanted to meet her.
Yeah.
And then it got to top 3. And they announced, so they got me into a little room and there was this piece of paper that had, and they were like, Gisella, do you know who you're singing with this week? I'm like, I bloody hope it's Tina Arena. And they pulled the card and I was like, yes, Tina. Oh my God. I was so excited. I cried for like that whole night. And then when it was time to finally meet her, I was like, can I please like see her, please?
Yeah.
And then they took me to see her.
We probably need to have a meeting before we sing.
Yeah,
you know, like-
yeah. And then I saw her, and well, I was waiting for her because she had just, like, I had seen this little lady walk past, and she has her back.
Is she short? Like,
She is,
like-
compared to me, yes. I'm quite tall. And then I remember I performed to her, I had like massive heels on, and she had massive heels on too.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, she was walking up to grab a coffee, and I was like, was that Tina? Was that Tina?
Oh my God.
And they were like, I think, yeah, that might be Tina. And then she came back and she said something about the coffee. And she's like, oh, instant coffee sucks. And I was like,
Oh,
wow.
wow, she's Italian.
Yeah, I think it was something worse, but yeah, that's my
Yeah.
PG version.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, she's literally an icon. And I'm standing right in front of her.
She's amazing.
And that's when I told her that I manifested it. She's like, well, I'm glad you manifested this.
That is
And,
so good.
I was rehearsing for the grand final, one of my performances, and she was there, and she got to meet my mum and my dad, my grandparents, my auntie and uncle, because I was like, can we bring them in just, you know, for Tina, and we were rehearsing with Tina as well at the same time. We were rehearsing for the grand final and Tina.
Yeah.
So she was there.
Yeah.
And she met my parents, she met my whole family basically, and they were like, you look after her, like look after her, be there with her every second if you can.
Yeah.
And she was just so lovely. I'm just so glad I got to meet her.
She seems so caring, so
Very caring, like a
knowledgeable.
mother.
Yeah.
She is
like-
mother.
Yeah, she is mother. Yeah, she
Mother.
is. That's it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Now let's talk about your new single you've got coming up.
Yes.
Let's talk about Telethon. Okay, so did you write this single?
Yes.
Did you? I
Yeah.
saw you did a little trip to Sydney.
Yeah.
Is that where you recorded it?
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so do you want me to talk about the trip to Sydney first or the
Yeah,
writing?
well, what came first? Did you wrote it first?
So
all by yourself?
yeah, so
That's
this
amazing.
is. I'll tell you about it. So basically, I mean, as amazing as the experience was, obviously there isn't always sunshine and rainbows everywhere. And as everybody probably was on the show, I know that girls are more of a target. I don't know why, but it is. But I was a target of cyberbullying.
Oh, of course.
And it was quite hard because I didn't really know how to process it because I hadn't really experienced it at an extreme level. When you put yourself out there, it's going to happen. And it's a horrible thing. I don't understand why it has to happen, but people just can't be happy for other people, or they just... I just don't know why.
Or
but
people
I
want
couldn't-
attention and
Yeah, and it was mainly people on Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was everywhere, but it was mainly on Facebook. So I would always go on Facebook and check to see what it became an obsession for me.
Right.
That my dad literally had to take my phone off me.
Yeah.
At night because I would just stay up all night.
Yeah.
And I had to go the next morning at 8:00, and I'd be up all night reading comments about me.
Really?
Nasty ones, good ones, and I'd outweigh the bad to the good. So I started doubting myself. And when my dad would take my phone, I'd had my iPad. So I would use my iPad and look at it. So I was completely addicted to what people thought of me, and it was quite difficult. And then I started doubting myself when I would watch everybody else, and I was like, am I really good enough to be here? Like, am I meant to be here? Like, it started to get like that, and it was quite hard on my mental health. And I sort of, towards the end, I started to not look at it. And then I did a post on social media to spread awareness about the dangers of social media. And if I didn't have the support system around me at the time, I just can't imagine somebody else who doesn't have that support and the way that might affect that person. I just don't think people realise that there's another person on the other line watching at all times.
No.
And I just couldn't. People just said the nastiest things ever. Like someone said something about how I have no humility. And that really, really hurt my feelings because I was like, you don't know me personally.
Don't know you.
And it started to affect me, and I started feeling so.
Yeah.
I just can't even explain it, but it was.
It's draining.
It was draining.
It's taxing, and you almost take responsibility for every single person's thoughts. And there's
I just
thousands.
Couldn't imagine. I couldn't see. I didn't know. I'm trying to put it into words. I didn't know.
You can see it affects you so greatly.
I didn't know why they would say those things,
No,
and I had to be like, is there a reason why they're saying this?
And
Am I doing something wrong for them to pick up on it?
Yeah.
And I was trying to be as cautious as I can about everything that I did, and then I got to the end and flew back home. I mean, I was happy that I was at home because I was still in this high of, I was just on a TV show. It was really fun. I was with my friends. They were happy to see me. And then I had a little break because it was holidays at the time that I got back. And then the school week that I had to come back to school was quite hard. It was, for months, it was horrible.
Really?
Horrible. It was just an awful time. And there was these emotions that I couldn't process because I had never felt them before. And it kind of felt like a dark cloud.
Yeah.
And I'm usually a happy, jolly person, so it was really hard for me to
and you just had some of the best experiences of your life. And then to have it contrasted with just such a darkness.
Yeah.
It's really...
And I think it's because I didn't have enough time while I was there to process what had actually happened to me.
Yeah.
And all of the things, the little things that would happen on the show and then the social media stuff.
Yeah.
It was very hard.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine somebody else doing that alone. Even though I had the support around me, it was still hard to go to people and say, I have these feelings, but I don't know how I can fix them. And I just remember it being like hell at home, especially for my parents, because they didn't know how to manage.
It's so hard knowing how to navigate
somebody who
feel these feelings and other people's perception of you. And bullying.
Didn't know how to cope with what I was feeling, so I was taking it out on the wrong people, supposed to be the people that love me the most. And then I mean, I got help on Idol, and I said that I did that social media post. I had got a message on Facebook from an old teacher of mine from my primary school, and she had said, we do fundraising for Dolly's Dream, and there's a WA, they're the WA branch of Dolly's Dream. And I remember thinking, and I was like, I think that would be something interesting to have a look at. But I had already obviously got distracted because I was on the show and stuff like that. And then when I got back to Perth, and I was with my auntie, and we were sitting down, I was reading through comments of that post that I had done that was to spread awareness about the dangers of social media, and to be people, a message to people to be more kinder to people online. And I remember I thought about that message that I had got, and I had read through, and I was like, Dolly's Dream is a charity. And I was like, that charity aligns with what I'd just gone through, and I think it might be quite special if I can be a part of it. So I phoned her up, and I was like, how can I get involved? Dolly's Dream to give more insight about what it's about, is it was founded by Kate Everett and Tick Everett, which they're the parents of Dolly Everett. And Dolly sadly passed away from suicide from bullying. I think she was bullied and cyberbullied online. And it's just horrible to hear about kids and people going through that sort of stuff. And that's why they founded Dolly's Dream, the charity, and they now have helplines for kids and for parents, and they also run workshops around schools to spread awareness of the dangers that it can do to people's minds. Yeah. And it's not all just about the suicide, it's also about the awareness, making kids aware of what they do and what they can say online and to people can be extremely hurtful, and it can lead to, you know, the extremes of worst kind. The worst kind. Yeah. And I knew that charity was something that I wanted to be a part of, and I am now a champion. Champion for Dolly's Dream, and I raised $12,000 at the last fundraising event we did in Perth, and it was just one of the most incredible experiences ever, and I felt like I belonged there, and I really, really resonated with everything that they stand for, and and
it's so good that you can give back through your experience and give back to help others get the right tools to help themselves through these difficult situations.
Yeah, and I wanted to educate and tell my story and make sure that people who do go through these kind of things know that they're not alone and that there is help out there, and it's important for people to speak up even if your voice shakes. And that's a quote by Dolly. When she had passed away, she left a note that said, "Speak up even if your voice shakes," with a drawing. And I think that's really significant. And
that is beautiful. Yeah, that's so good.
And then everything started to feel a lot better. And then I started to process what had actually happened. I've come to terms with everything, and I had written Good Enough, which is about that whole experience. It was about the experience of the show and how I went through a lot of problems mentally. And the song talks about the experiences on the talks about the experiences on the show, and it talks about my experiences with cyberbullying and how it affected me, and it also affected the way that I saw myself as a performer, as a singer. And
I think it sounds like it'll be a song that even will be helpful for
others. I wrote the song initially for myself, but then I realised that I think this might actually help other people as well. Everybody goes through...
Because everybody goes through a sense or a bit of cyberbullying, bullying in real life. I think it's
feeling
really
like
quite
they're not
relatable.
good enough in their situations. It could, for me it was obviously I felt like I just wasn't good enough to be where I was, even though I had the success of going through and
of such a big major platform.
Such a big platform. I'm so grateful for it. Yeah. And then the end of the song comes to conclusion that I don't need don't need anybody's validation. I know that I'm good enough.
That's right.
And that took me such a long time to come to terms with that I know that I'm good enough to be here. Yeah. And that's kind of what the song talks about. And I hope that it can help other people as well.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it will. And it would have been healthy as well for you to get that out and onto paper.
Yeah, and that was
quite therapeutic.
Yeah, it was my first time songwriting, so it was quite special that was the first song that I had ever written, and then recorded in Sydney at Studio 301 with apologies, Audius, who did my beat. Simon did all the vocals. He's worked with. Audius had worked with like Delta Goodrum and things like that. Wow. Simon had worked with Justin Bieber. Like He worked on Love Yourself,
Oh, wow.
Justin Bieber. So they were both incredible to
Fantastic.
work with, and
gee.
it was just amazing. I had a lot of creative control of it because it was my song, and I had written it myself. So whenever we were whenever we were recording, like I would go, Simon, I want to do a harmony here. And he was like, yeah, put it in, let's do it. And it was like I felt like I was in control, and
how long
it was
does
my
it take?
little baby.
Yeah, it's your first little baby. How long does it take to get a song actually to record it, from woe to go?
Yeah, well, I don't know if this is the same thing for everybody, but when I write, usually I'm going to talk about the songwriting process first. When you can't really just sit down and go, I'm going to write a song.
No,
like,
I think writing is, that's
just has to
something
come
quite
to you.
personal. But like recording a song, how long does that take?
Yeah, recording a song, it'll take a while. It depends on how long depends on your communication, I guess.
Yeah, and how efficient you are at doing things.
Yeah, I recorded the song in Sydney. I recorded the beat first, and that was a whole day. I did the music, the vocals, and then some extra music the next day. So it was 2 full days to do the beat and the vocals. Mm-hmm. And then once we got that back, which is an unmastered version, I was like, there still needs to be something there that needs to make it pop, because what I had originally given to Audius wasn't necessarily pop, but I didn't really know how to fix it to make it sound more like a pop song.
Yeah.
And so I had to go back and go, hey, I would like this, I would like
Do
that.
some refining.
I would love you to refine it in this way.
Yeah.
And then that would take a couple weeks, I think,
wow.
or maybe a week.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're busy as well.
Yeah.
And then the whole mastering and mixing process is probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay, so it takes some time.
It does take some time.
Yeah.
It was kind of a rush process for me because obviously I'm singing it on Telethon as well, so we needed it ready. We needed the song to be sent in to Telethon.
It's going to be so exciting. So no one's heard the song yet?
No, nobody of my audience has heard it yet. They've heard snippets.
That's so exciting. So obviously you're going to be singing it at Telethon in Perth.
So it'll be Sunday at 4:15 p.m.
Fantastic.
Very excited.
Oh.
It's just incredible. I'm so excited to be. I'm also quite nervous as well.
Yeah.
I don't think many people talk about when you record a song of your own. And then you kind of have to go and learn what you had recorded in the studio. It's quite difficult.
Yeah.
Because I remember
it's like the onus is on you. It's your song. You should know it. But you're like, hang on a minute. I wrote it like a little while ago.
Yeah, I'm like, hang on. I sung it like this. Like, and it doesn't, like, I don't know. I think it's more pressure when it's your song because you're like, it has to be perfect because,
I did this.
I did this. Like, why isn't it sounding as good as the
That's
that kind of thing.
How amazing is it going to be like when you go back to sing it and your whole audience learns it off by heart and it's literally like one of your originals and you're going to be seeing girls in the audience like mouthing the words and you're going to be like, oh my God, like I hope so. I did this. My gosh, like that is going to be an absolute full circle moment for you. Like, and it'll be the first of many.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait to the day. Well, I hope that I could be as good enough as singers professionally that, one day somebody would be singing my song in the crowd and I'd be singing.
They will be.
That's a dream of mine. I'm trying to work up to it. We're all not going to
stop until that is what's going to happen.
That's
we
the
are
end
going
goal.
to manifest that. Yeah, that is the end goal. We're manifesting. We're praying for that. That is going to be fantastic.
Yes.
Well, I think, so when is your new single going to drop? Like, where can people see it, hear it, download it? And can they do a pre-save?
Yeah. So pre-save is in my bio at the moment. So if you want to pre-save my song, go to my bio. And my song is coming out this Friday at the 17th of October.
Yay.
So, you can officially listen to my song
and it'll be
Friday.
on Spotify.
It'll be on Spotify,
Apple,
all streaming.
all the streaming.
I make sure it's on every streaming platform.
Fantastic. We can't wait to see you on Telethon. We can't wait to download your new single. And it's been absolute pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. talking to you too.
Oh, it's been so fantastic, and we can't wait to one day see you in concert. But until then, we'll see you on Telethon Perth. And thanks a lot, Gisella.
Thank you.
Thank you.